Jaxon Etter, class of 2019, Etowah. What's your background? Are you from Town Lake originally? Are you from the Cherokee County area?
Yep, born and raised in Cherokee County. I mean, I looked up to these high school basketball players, man. So I came to a lot of games. Dad was a high school, college coach, so basketball has been in my family for as long as I can remember. This is just a dream come true.
That was my second question. What is your parents' basketball background? I know you just said your dad coached. Where did he coach at? Did your mom and dad play somewhere as well?
So my parents grew up in Southern Illinois, so they both played high school basketball. Dad went and played college basketball, and then he became a high school coach up in Illinois. Then he got a job down here at LaGrange College. He was an assistant at LaGrange for a little bit, and then he went to St. Francis, and he's there now. So he taught me everything I know. I give him all the credit for all the IQ and all my basketball knowledge.
And would you say you're maybe a little bit of a late bloomer? You're kind of a relative unknown your sophomore year, even now heading into your senior season. You're one of the most interesting players at, okay, Jaxon Etter. I've heard the name. What is this kid all about?
So, I mean, growing up, I was a point guard role player type. I assist, do kind of the IQ, mental aspect of the game. Not as talented as many of the other kids I played with, but now when the knowledge of the game really stands out and it becomes a crucial aspect of the game, that's when I can put on a show. I'm not half as talented as half the guys out here. I'm just smarter than all of them.
Here with Adrian Cohen, Etowah, class of 2018, going to school. And you've long time played with Jaxon Etter. How long have you known him for, and how long have you played with him for?
Well, I first knew him when I was in 8th grade. He was in 7th grade. We used to practice together at ET booth over there. So we used to scrimmage each other, and they would actually beat us a lot, which was crazy. So even back then, he used to give us a little bit of work.
What was your first impression of him as a player, and then I guess later on when you got to know him as a person?
Well, my first impression as a player, because he was one of the kids that weren't the main players on the team. But then at high school, obviously now he's one of the top guys. I also didn't expect him to blow up like that, but he's doing pretty good for himself. But as a person, he's definitely one of my closest friends on the team and off the team. We're definitely pretty close.
And what's it been like playing with him? And you just mentioned how his growth has really accelerated from a kid that was a role player somewhat, and now he's a bright, shining star, and he's moving up. What's it been like playing with him and seeing him on that path?
It's definitely a good feeling to see him succeed like that. He's definitely one of the guys on the team that I can rely on for anything that I need, whether it's on the court or off the court. He's always there. Coaches look for him to give them what they need every time. He's always going to be that guy that's going to dive on the floor for loose balls. He takes the most charges. So stuff like that. And he's a top scorer. So the top scorer and one of the main guys that does all that is pretty good.
We're here with Coach Dossinger, head coach of Etowah. What makes Jaxon Etter so special? What really separates him from the rest?
I would say just his attitude, how he goes about working. There's a lot of kids that are really good in this state, but there's very few that are as stone-faced as he is. He's just kind of a stone-cold killer is what we call him. He doesn't get too high or too low. Doesn't matter if it's a blowout, we're winning by 25, we're losing by 25, or it's a close game. The kid's going to compete as hard as anyone on the floor.
All right, so people know the name Jaxon Etter. You see what you do on the court. What are you like off the court?
I excel in academics is my main focus. And if I had the choice to be good at school or good at basketball, I'd choose school any day.
What is your recruitment like right now? Who are you hearing from? Do you have any offers? I guess let's start with interest. Do you have any interest?
So I do have some interest from high academic schools, and that's really what I'm pushing towards is a high academic level school. Then I've gotten some interest from Furman, Wofford, Rice.
Very special attitude and mentality that just makes him better. There's no moment too big for him, that is for sure.
And speaking of moments, were there any particular moments that made you kind of take a step back? And I know you're the coach, but was there one let me put my fan hat on right now and just wow, this is so special to be able to see this day in and day out?
Yeah, I think the biggest game, or the first game where you just kind of sit back and say, this kid is special, and we'll just take a step back, was Southwest DeKalb. We were kind of tied in the first half of that game against a very, very good team. They had some pretty big players that are well known, and I think Jaxon had 27 and 11 and just did some stuff with the ball that, it's just, you don't coach it. I mean, we're not really coaching him. He may be coaching us. I don't know.
Is there one moment that really stands out from the rest that you just love and that you're going to tell your kids about these moments?
So when we played in the Tournament of Champions Classic at Wheeler over Christmas break, when we won that tournament, it really put us on the map, really put us on the radar, and people started to know who Etowah was, what we were about, how Coach Dassinger preached defense. I mean, we were up 17-0 on Milton after the first quarter, which was a sweet taste in your mouth.
5 to 10 to 15 years from now, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for humility, but also setting a positive example for the community. I love when kids come up to me and know my name and I can reciprocate their name. So I love knowing the community, getting to know all the junior Eagles that are practicing right now, and the parents of those junior Eagles that have come out and support every game. I just love the community, and that's what I want to be known for, is helping out the community and being the guy that everyone knows and loves.
Jaxon.
Thanks for coming out. Thank you.